Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Gigi and today I'm going to teach you how to make our turmeric soap. Alright, so basically everything's pretty basic. There's just a lot of going on over here. So I kind of wanted to show you like the type of soap that we're going to be making. So this is the type of soap that we are going to be making. So I'm definitely, excited to kind of show you how I do everything. So basically what you're going to need is basically the ingredients that, you feel like you need to put, like such as the oils or anything like that you feel like you have to put in. Me, I'm going to go ahead and grab my bowl. And at that, I'm going to grab, obviously, our main ingredient if you are, trying to make this, which is turmeric. Mine is literally root turmeric. So this is like very finely grinded. And I'm also going to put in some vitamin C here. So I've got vitamin C and I've freshly grounded that up as well. If you don't have it freshly grounded, you can always get, some vitamin C powder if you go on Amazon. You can do that. And also I'm going to get some niacinamide, which is, so I'm trying to focus this thing. Hold on. Here we go. Ugh, this is horrible. I'm sorry guys. Some niacinamide from bulk supplements, which is what we call vitamin B3, or you can get some niacin. So it doesn't really matter which one you get. They're both technically kind of like the same exact thing. I got gloves on due to protection, obviously because I do sell my soaps. So I want to make sure everybody's protected. And also, if you're going to do cold process, you guys I'll put for the cold process version on in the description below. And also, but me, I'm going to do a melt and pour, which means that you have to buy your own base. So you can get this at Micheals or Hobby Lobby or even Joanns. So just basically you can hit up those stores. I have two different kinds. I have my goat's milk and I have my my glycerin. And also I'm always going to be adding also some extra vegetable glycerin. You can get this at Whole Foods or basically any other place that holds glycerin. And I'll also be putting my other oils in there, and I'll go ahead and put everything in the description. So let's just go ahead and go and let's get to it. All right, here we go. All right guys, so I went ahead and kind of already added everything in the bowl. What I'm going to do is, so I have my glycerin, my vitamin B3, and my turmeric, and my oils kind of mixed in already. So what I'm doing, I'm just actually just mixing that in. You're going to see what I'm going to do in a minute. So right, I just want to make sure I kind of have this all dissolved first, because sometimes what happens is when you pour this into the soap base, what ends up happening is that like it will ball up and not really fully dissolve, and then you have to go get an immersion blender, excuse me, if you even have one. And you probably would just want to cut up the time. Me, I'm just trying to cut up the time right now. But there will be other videos where I show you where you have no choice to use an immersion blender. Or you can even use a milk frother, which is a little bit cheaper. And that works too, but you kind of want to do that step by step. If you're going to do that, might as well just blend everything in first. And then kind of have everything put together. So I'm kind of doing this for now for the well-being. I'm also going to go ahead and add my little jojoba oil in here. I love jojoba oil because it's good for the skin. And one thing I would tell you is, I'm making a big bar of soap, so it doesn't really matter how much oil I put in there. But you still want to be very careful with how much oil you put anyway, because the more oil you put, the less lather you're going to get with your base. And for cold process, it kind of also goes the same way. But good thing with that, with the cold processing, it's kind of like, I think it's a little bit more flexible with the oils that you put. So eventually I will go into cold processing with you guys eventually, but just not at the moment. Right now, this is just going to be my beginner series on how to kind of start your own business, and we're going through the process of making soap. Alright, so now I got that. Right now I am having my sister cut up some, some soap for me right now, and then she'll go ahead and melt it down for me. And then after that, we'll go ahead and show you how to do the pouring process of mixing everything, and then after that we'll go ahead and put it into our little moldings and stuff like that, our molds. Alright guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and pour the melted soap into this. Alright, so Now, all right, oop. So yeah, sometimes you'll find that like it's not completely melted and it'll have like little bits and pieces. Thank you. It's okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep mixing this until it's fully mixed. And since mine has like a little bit of pieces that aren't, you know, all the way dissolved, I'm gonna keep stirring. So we're gonna keep doing this until your desired feeling with your soap, and then I'll go ahead and show you how to pour it into your mold. Alright guys, so now I'm done mixing my whole mixture. I'm gonna go ahead and take this and pour it into my mold. Here we go. We're pouring and pouring and pouring. There we go. Oh, that's a lot of soap. Now, one important thing I always, you know, one thing you will need if you are going to, you know, make soap is at the end, you see all these bubbles? These are unnecessary bubbles, honestly. If you want to keep them, that's fine. But I like my soap to look smooth on the bottom. So you can take like rubbing alcohol. So you can take rubbing alcohol, and I'm just going to like pour some in there, just a little bit. And you're going to see what's going to happen to the bubbles. They're going to go ahead and disperse, like you'll notice. And like what I kind of do is I kind of just mix that in there. And that it will still become smooth. If I need to add a little bit more, I'll go ahead and do that. And then they'll be like magically gone. So you just kind of rub that everywhere. And then like you'll realize eventually it'll get smoother. The easiest is if you have a spray bottle, then it will kind of helps the process. But I don't have a spray bottle right now, so I had to drip some in there. So really, once you're done doing that, you can store this in a cool place. Like some people I see, they just leave it on their counter. But me, I put mine in the fridge. And then I leave it in there for like 1, 2 to 3 hours. Sometimes you might need more depending what's in your base. So then after that, once you're done, it's gonna end up coming out to be like this bar that I've made. Let me kind of show you a better look of that. Alright, so guys, thank you once again for watching. Stay tuned for next week's video because I'm going to teach you how to make a lemon bar. And after that, that's it. Once again, subscribe and also go in the description to see everything that I've used in the video, and also go ahead and check out my website. Alright, bye.